Well, howdy. Happy belated New Year. Or just Happy New Year, I guess. Who cares if I'm almost a week late? I assume I can be heard. Oh my god, I'm so full. Shit. You really don't notice a lot of things when you're on the clock working, because you're thinking about work. Even though I was very not thinking about work. I was very much thinking about this. But hello? Hi? Hello? Hi? Hello? Hi? Hello? Hi? I'm so full. To be honest, I've seen someone eat it in this manner, and it never occurred to me to try it myself, but oh, am I too low? Sorry, I was looking away from my mic. And honestly, I don't know how to turn up my mic, even if I could turn it up without it fucking blowing out your ears. Or, what's the word? Clipping. I think it should be better now, though. I'm looking up now. Anyway, I was watching someone on Twitch streaming, and they were eating on stream. They were taking a little break and they were eating Chipotle, which is like fast food, like quote-unquote Mexican food or whatever. And he didn't show what he was eating, but I can infer what he was eating. He was definitely eating his food, presumably like a burrito bowl, which has like rice and protein and your choice of toppings and stuff like that, whatever. And he was eating, and I heard crunches though, so he was eating it with chips. And I thought to myself, man, I can picture what that would taste like, and now I really wanted it. So today, I went and got it, and I was eating it in the same manner that he was, but with my toppings of choice and stuff. And it is really tasty. I cannot believe I did not try eating a Chipotle burrito bowl with its chips. And that was so tasty. I couldn't finish it all because it was very, very filling. I usually, when I order Chipotle, I always get their salad, which doesn't have any rice or grains or anything. But this time I opted for a burrito bowl, which has more food, and then chips, which is gonna add even more food. So I am so immensely full, and I didn't finish it, but instead of trying to force myself to finish it all, I just left whatever's left over on the table, so maybe I'll eat it later. Maybe. I don't know for sure. But that was my late lunch. And now I'm suffering the consequences of a really full stomach. But we're here. I also, as I was giving that story, let me actually let me start the stream stream stuff. So every time I like take a decent amount, it's not a break, when I haven't streamed in a bit, every time I boot up OBS, it always has to change some things around or sign me out of things, and I'm trying to sign back in, get things done, and like it's always messing me up. But hopefully I set everything up correctly. I am opening up an old Clip Studio art file that I was working on the last time I drew, which was 2 days ago. What did I do yesterday? Yesterday? What did I do? Wait, yesterday was what? Monday. Yesterday. Oh, I was busy. I was busy with dinner, and I also was something that I've been watching a lot of on sorry, I'm all over the place. Something that I was watching a lot of, no, back it up. One of the reasons why it took me almost a week to stream again, it wasn't because I was super busy. It was actually because I got sick. Like the first time in the year like 2025, I think. One of the first times, if not the only time, I got sick with a cold the few days before New Year's. So I entered into the new year with a freaking cold. Thankfully, it wasn't that bad. No, it was like one of those like stuffy noses that sometimes also runs. and then like a little bit of a coughing after the nose stuff. Kind of, I keep forgetting because it happens so infrequently. I always forget how it works when I get sick, but I get sick in stages rather than I don't know if commonly it happens to people like all at once, but I get sick in like stages. So when I the first few days when I'm sick, I deal with like a stuffy nose, and then it's like a combo of a stuffy and a runny nose, and I deal with that for like a day or two, or like 2 days, 2 to 3 days, and then as that's getting better, I get hit with the cough, even though I wasn't coughing at all before then, and I only just like yesterday or like the day before yesterday got over the coughing mostly. So now we're vibing. Just in time for me to like pick up my trousers and get back into the work grind. Which isn't really a grind, but work kind of basically started back up again. Because during the holidays, all of us kind of like, well, not all of us, me and other people whose schedule worked out, we kind of just sort of, we all just sort of like took it easy when we could. Like, thank you, Flower Blossom. Oh my god, finally, YouTube chat shows up on my OBS. I have been freaking every time I streamed. If I dual streamed on YouTube, people's chat messages were not showing up on my OBS, and now I can see it. But I still have the YouTube chat separately opened in case. So thank you, Flower Blossom. Welcome in. Happy New Year. For the record, I'm just in terms of art stuff, I just am kind of drawing whatever. It feels like right now my main focus has been just drawing like big heads, like close-up of heads. I don't feel like working like full body stuff anymore. I feel like I always want to focus on the faces and stuff more than I do anything else. I feel like that's also like kind of mostly where my strength lies anyway, or where I have the patience for it, and then once I get to the body, I start losing patience, especially when I get to the legs. So I'm like, I'm gonna focus on the face. I'm gonna focus on the face. Also, if you can't tell, this is Sakura from Naruto Shippuden, because I took a break from Naruto for a little bit, and then I recently have been reading it again. And I've been I got to the beginning parts of the Shippuden. Although no, I just finished like the first arc in the Shippuden era, so you know, working through it. So naturally, you're now going with toenails after this one, maybe. And the end of the year, I just only draw feet. What a change that would be. You think there's any artists out there that's there's any artists out there that make their living solely on drawing feet, rendering feet, rather than like, you know, people talk about like posting feet on OnlyFans or something like that, or posting like feet pics? Do you think there's someone that only draws feet? There must be. I don't really read or watch anime. Honestly, same. Still reads a little bit. Although I have been going through since I don't remember if I ever talked about it. I think I must have at least mentioned it once. But once I moved into the place that I'm living in right now, one of the things that I've always wanted and I worked on getting was like a bookcase for like my some anime figurines, some like just cartoony figurines, some whatever figurines, and then also my manga, my collection of manga that I've amassed throughout my years of living, including like maybe 30 volumes of Shonen Jump. Excuse me. And now that it's out and I have them in, like, I can just see them, I've been kind of reading through some of them, just remembering all the old stuff, old mangas, all the old manga, with some of them being like, oh yeah, I missed this series, this was a fun series to read through, and then some being like, why the hell did I buy this? Why did I bother buying this one volume of it, and then never anything else, and I didn't even like it, or it's not my like jam. All that to say, reading manga is still better than watching anime in my eyes, just because it's faster for me. But Yeah. So, this year has been so far okay. Okay, I guess. It's been less than a week, so it's hard to say how this. Oh well. I mean, like, if we're not thinking about like the outside world, like if we're not thinking about the stuff that's happening in my country, of America, then like, you know, there's not much to think about. But like, by not bringing up anything that's happening in America, you know, it's kind of, I can't say that I'm really smart and educated and everything. All I know is that for some reason America's just letting its people do whatever they want, and it's kind of like anyway, the economy, am I right? Oh, this economy. Anyway, let's not bother. Let's not be a bore. I just wanted to stream at some point, because it's been a while since I streamed. I would have streamed earlier, but then I got sick, and then like the day that I could have maybe streamed, honestly, I kind of just didn't feel like it, but also I was still coughing a little bit, so I just didn't bother. But yeah, I don't know. It's also really hard to just like dedicate time to stream when I'm like, one of my main focuses sometimes is like just prepping dinner for me and my mother when she comes home from work. But these last few days she hasn't been working. But even when she doesn't work, sometimes I still do dinner stuff, because I'm the one in charge of doing some things. Like yesterday I quote unquote slaved away in the kitchen for a bit. Didn't make anything crazy, but there was just like a handful of things to like prep and stuff, but nothing big, not a big deal, just food stuff, not important. The only thing that's noteworthy to mention these past few days is, for some reason, it seems like the start of the year for some content creators that just happened to like come across my sphere, Minecraft has picked up. Did I drop frames? Oh, I did drop frames. So the first time we dropped frames since moving here. Although I'm not gonna lie, YouTube has been acting up. Not YouTube, sorry, not you. What the hell? What am I talking about? What's this? Twitch. I forgot where I'm at. It probably could have still been me. Could have been my computer. My computer could be dying. Who knows? But with all the prices of like CPUs or GPUs or whatever you fucking call them for computers going up, exorbitant prices because people want to do all that stuff that they do with technology. I don't know what they do. I don't know anything. Everything's just expensive in general. What was I saying? I got very distracted. I literally don't remember. Oh! Minecraft. That's what I was thinking of. Or about to talk about. Yeah, people are like playing Minecraft again. But the people that I watch, take care, Flower Blossom. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day. What? I keep getting, things keep getting distracting me. Been watching some of the people that I watch on Twitch and YouTube have been streaming Minecraft. Specifically, they've been playing like a Minecraft speedrunning ranked mod or something like that. So like it's they speedrun Minecraft to get to like to beat the dragon and all that stuff, but apparently there's like casual and ranked fights for it. So you queue up with someone random and then you like go against them in terms of time to like beat the dragon the fastest. And I've just been watching some of the people that I watch on YouTube and Twitch doing that, and it's been very entertaining to watch. I didn't expect to see myself be interested in watching people speedrun Minecraft. But here I am watching a bunch of people speedrun Minecraft. Not that I would ever do it myself. I don't have the mental capacity to do things like play Minecraft. Is Corona gambling again? She has been mostly on a break because things were happening with her mom. So she hasn't been streaming all that much. She's been like on occasional, she'll show up like occasional for like short streams, but she's mostly been on like she's mostly been on breaks because her mom, it had been known for like a while that her mom is like not the greatest in terms of health. And I think somewhat recently, like maybe last month or so, Corne had to take a break because I believe it was said that they had to put her mom in. It's not. They didn't call it hospice, but it's a palliative or something like that. It's like kind of like hospice. I forget what the difference is. I looked it up, but I don't remember it. But so she's been streaming when she can, but I think the main focus is for her to. So I haven't been catching. So I know that she has streamed a couple of times, but I haven't really caught any of them. But you know, I sometimes see updates from people on Reddit and the like. So yeah, she's going through it. But she's also the type that like cares to like let people know that like, you know, she's doing all right, giving us updates when she can and stuff like that. So hopefully her and her family are gonna be okay. I think I decided I don't know how this hand should look. But yeah, been watching a lot of people play Minecraft. I think the last 2 days, when I see the people streaming, I just literally just have their streams on and I'm just like intently watching them speedrun Minecraft. And then occasionally when they're doing that, I'll also on the side be like playing. Oh, you're not gonna believe it. I started playing Balaltro. Mainly because during the holiday break, when I wasn't streaming, I kind of like. Is it really that low? Should I put it up to my mouth like this? If I talk like this, is that better? I unplugged it. Hang on. If I talk like this, is it better? I kind of don't remember where I used to have my mic. I know this is probably gonna get. It's probably gonna be a lot of popping. A lot of. I fucking don't know how people do it. It's more audible? What's wrong with my audio? I don't know. It literally shows that it's at the max, so I have no idea how. I don't really know why the microphone doesn't like get louder. Why I can't turn it up more. How do I even access my? Oh, I have to go to sound settings. If I turn up the mic audio, if I go past 100, I feel like this wouldn't make it better. Wouldn't this just clip more? Blah 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 blah. Should I turn down the music? Blah blah blah. Is this loud? 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 Is this too 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 loud? How is this? Is this too loud? Is it too loud? Is it too loud? I honestly don't know. what makes it, because it's not running through anything, my mic. It seems the same. That's crazy. I upped it to like, where did I up it just now? I upped it like to 130%. Maybe the filters? Maybe the filters is keeping me down. What if I turn off all the filters? I have compressor. How's this? I have no limiters, no compressors, no noise gate. No, it's set to my mic. It's set to my Shure mic. Bop. That should be louder, right? I turned everything off. I turned my compressor and my limiter off. Hello, 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 hello. This is with no compressing, no limiting, no noise gate. There's no filters on this. This is at its max. If I go to my mic settings, input volume is at 100. Microphone test volume 2? Oh wait, no, that's for me to start the test. Any different opinions on YouTube? There's no one commenting on YouTube. I don't think there's anyone watching on YouTube. So I wouldn't be able to get feedback unless I unmute it. Any different opinions on YouTube? There's no one commenting on YouTube. I don't think there's anyone watching on YouTube. So I wouldn't be able to get. Okay, I heard that on YouTube. What does this sound like on Twitch? Okay, I heard that on YouTube. What does this sound like on Twitch? Hello, hello, this is me testing on Twitch. Hello, hello, this is me testing on Twitch. Hello, hello, this is me testing on YouTube. Hello, this is me testing on Twitch. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, this is me testing on YouTube. No, it's not the same. I don't know. I have no idea. It wasn't like this last time. I don't know. Nothing's really changed on my end. Could be any computer updates that have fucked it up. Because I can't going into the sound settings, looking at the mic, I can't turn it up anymore from there. And I can't turn it up on OBS. Maybe there's some way I can boost it via filters, but who knows? I wonder if it's specifically the mic. Sorry, I was testing something. I'm very unfamiliar when it comes to audio stuff. Could also be potentially that I'm talking too low too. I am mumbling. I'm certainly not full of energy. I'm not energized. If I just have the mic, if I touch my face to the mic, it'll be louder enough. I wonder if it has to do with the mic itself. Cause the other I know when it comes to Chris, he'll say it's because he runs his mic through stuff, but his audio is also always low. Currently, the mic is right below. It's like right like by my like chin, where it is right now. If I extend my chin out, I can make contact with the mic, or the mic fuzz. So I feel like this is pretty close, but you're probably gonna have you're probably gonna still hear popping if I put it up to my, if I put it up. I don't know which way I should be facing. I don't know. I know Chris has also done his own things where he has set it up. Has said, like, tried to do a lot of things to try to help with his audio too. Which I don't know if it fully works, but I don't know. Maybe it has to do with the driver update. Because just whenever there's always issues, sometimes the driver updates tend to do something, I guess. Especially the graphic drivers updates. Because if you don't update those every single fucking second of its life, then you can't watch it on Twitch. I guess I have to look into it. Problem is, like, I find that it's hard for me to like really dedicate time to caring about the stream stuff. I know I should. There should be things that I should update for stream. I'm not even drawing anymore. There should be things I should update for stream. Like, a part of me wanted to fix like stream, like the notifications, update maybe some emotes if I cared to, fix some things up. Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your flow. You're not sorry at all. It's okay. If I was more professional, I would have had this sort of thing sorted. Yeah? Huh? 이쪽으로. Sorry, that was my mom. I just have to get used to. Sometimes it's hard to also like commit to doing a stream if my mom is home. But I have to learn to I just have to learn to be like, you know, Mom, I'm gonna do my own thing. Don't bother me. Or I'll come to bother you in like an hour or so. So that's why streams are relatively short. But if I just stay consistent with streams and just keep them short, then they'll be fine. Everything will be hunky-dory. But who knows? So anyway, yeah, I've been playing a little bit of Balaltro. As expected, I'm whatever at it. Games like Balaltro, Clover Pit, all those like RNG-based games, gambling stuff. Like, I can get by okay, but man, am I bad at them. Oh wait, I need to go back on. Oh, my throat hurts. I can get by getting through like some runs, maybe. Like there were some, they have like certain decks. I was able to get through like the base difficulty, and I got through 8 runs or antes or whatever. I was doing alright. But I saw that there were achievements to be like, get 100,000 in one hand or one run or something, like in one ground or something. And I'm like, what? I don't think I've gotten anything close to that, or like some egregious amount. And I'm like, damn. The best I can do is like maybe set up my card so I get like consistent flushes or straights or something, and with some multipliers. Oh. I went fucking to a boba shop to get like a semi-healthier drink. A grapefruit green tea with like 30% sugar. And I guess I accidentally said no ice because they didn't give me ice. But this drink is so fucking bitter. But it must be healthy because there's like no sugar. I taste no sugar in it. Oh, but it makes me grimace every time I drink it. Oh. I'm really trying to cut down on sugary drinks. not completely remove them from my life, but just at least get like healthier alternatives, like sugar-free things and like less sugar stuff. But it's so bad. On the bright side, I had a checkup. Oh, that reminds me. I had my annual checkup over the weekend. No, it's not raw juice. It's green tea with like grapefruit, like. Well, this one has grapefruit like pulp and stuff, I guess. But it's also like I think they use like syrup and stuff. It's like from a bubble tea shop. So I went to the doctors, and it seemed like relatively the blood test results came back decent. So no concerns except for maybe just like, you know, continue taking my vitamin D and iron supplements and blah blah blah, whatever. So keep at that. But I had I had an unfortunate experience with getting my blood drawn, though, because I think I had planned to go to a location that was closer to where I live now, because my mom said that there's the place that we usually go to has multiple locations or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'll go to a place that's closer that I've never been to before. I get there, and they call me in preparation, and I'm like taking off my hoodie. I'm in a t-shirt and prepping, ready for them to like tie me up and check for my veins and get my blood drawn and get on out here, whatever. But the nurse takes a while. Takes a little bit of time for her to get to me, and while I'm waiting, I'm getting kind of cold. I'm getting kind of cold in my t-shirt in the winter because the place doesn't have like enough heating. I guess you can't make the room too hot if you're dealing with like samples of stuff, whatever. Anyway, so she finally gets to me, and she's trying her absolute darndest to find like a vein so she can suck my blood out and all that stuff. And she's like just tapping, just going, just like tapping like crazy, like not tapping like crazy, but there's a lot of tapping on my arms, on my like in the creases of my arms, trying to find like a vein to stab me in. She's like, damn, I can't find a vein. So she tries it once on my left arm. She sticks the needle in, gets nothing, gets no blood. She's like, okay, well that didn't work. She's like, man, you're feeling kind of cold. And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cold here. So she tries to like give me like a makeshift like heat pouch by putting like hot water in like a rubber glove for me to hold on to, so I can like scald my hand but also warm up. So then she goes for the other arm, my right arm. She's tap 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 tap. She's like clearly struggling to still find a vein. So she jabs it in. This one hurts. Nothing happens. Oh no, wait. Yeah, nothing happens. I think there was at one point, maybe she had gotten some blood to come, but it didn't even make it into the vial. It was just stuck in the tube that goes in between the needle to the vial it needs to drop into, and it stopped flowing. So she's like, well, shit. So then she gave up on that. Much more tapping, much more waiting for me to get warmer, because she's blaming it on me being cold, and I'm like, okay. And then she tries it on my my left hand, like the back of my hand, and I'm like, I have never gotten blood drawn on my hand. I know it happens. Like people get it happened. Like I know people draw blood from the hand. Like if you're having a hard time getting it from the arms or whatever, because my grandma, whenever she goes to the hospital for her blood transfusions, she gets it. She's always attached to it on her hand, whatever. So she goes into the hand, and I'm like, this hurts, and this also feels uncomfortable. And she's doing that thing. She does the thing where she's like digging the needle around, trying to hit a vein, and I'm like feeling it and seeing it dig around, and I'm just like, ugh. I'm like, ugh. I'm hanging it in there. I'm trying not to move. I'm like, oh my gosh, please get some blood out of me. And then there's some blood that comes. It fills up like maybe like like a quarter. No, it wasn't a quarter. It feels like a fifth of the vial. It feels a fifth of the vial, and then the blood just stops. It stops flowing, and she's like, why did this happen? And she's struggling so hard. She's getting into like a squat position, trying to beat me, like not beat, but like tap me to find veins and to get like blood going. And I'm just like, at one point she's like still trying to get the blood to flow into the one that was started to flow but then stopped. And I was just like, maybe I just come back another day, because we had been literally at it for like a half an hour at that point, with her trying to get something out of me. I bet the nurse had a long day. I mean, it'd be unfortunate if she had a long day, considering I went there early in the morning. Because the thing about doing the getting blood work done is that you have to go, you can't eat. You can't eat anything or drink anything aside from water before getting the blood work done. So I went there early. I went there at like 9 or 10. So she was having a long day by then. I can't imagine what the rest of her day was going to be like. I mean, it probably wasn't all that great because I was giving her hell. Or my body was giving her hell by being so uncooperative. So I was just like saying to her like, I can come back another day. And she's like, yeah, you might have to try again another day, kind of thing. And my mom, she came with me at the time because she was also, what did she come with me? I forget why she came. She was going somewhere. And I was just gonna tag along with her, or she just tagged along with me because we were gonna be like doing stuff together. And she was like in the waiting room. She comes in because the walls that separate the people where they get their blood drawn are like, you know, they're half walls. She pops by and she's like, what's happening? Because she's like wondering why is it taking so long? Because she wasn't hearing anything. And I was just like, oh, you know, my body is giving trouble. So then that was actually the day when I got sick too, because I didn't expect to be out for as long as I was. Not necessarily at the place where I did my blood work, but in general, just at being out. And it was a windy day that day. So I went out without a hat or a scarf, which was a kind of a mistake. And then after all that failed blood work attempt, I got myself a cold drink, so that didn't help either. I made a mistake that day. I used the previous patient's needles again. No, I watched her literally rip 3 new needles for each attempt, and none of that shit went through. So then, what was it? On a work day, I called off work in the morning to go get blood work done at the location that I typically go to, or that I usually go to, because I'm pretty sure all the times that I've been to the one that I usually go to, they've never had this kind of issue before. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure they'll be able to get it done. Should be okay. And I had forgotten until I got there, but one of the nurses there, or one of the people there that do the blood work, I was explaining to her, like, you know, is it gonna be an issue that, like, I went to one of your guys' other location and after 3 attempts they didn't get any blood drawn from me? And the person who was taking care of me, she was like, oh my god, 3 times? Oh no, that's awful, kind of thing. She was like being very coddling, very pampering. She's like, it's okay, we'll do it in one go and you'll be in no pain, you'll be out in no time, it won't be bad, we'll get this in one go, blah blah blah. She was very reassuring. And then I remember the last time I went to get blood drawn at the same place, I got that same person, and I remember her being very, like, reassuring, being like, it's okay, it won't hurt, we'll do this very quick, it'll be over soon. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. She thinks that I'm like a baby when it comes to needles, which I'm like, I'm not, thankfully. But the way she talks makes it sound like I've never done it before, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's better than, like, not needed the coddling. Because I know some people are afraid of needles. But yeah, so she did do it in one go, although she struggled a little bit too. It was one of those things where, like, she popped the needle in, She got some blood going, but if she let go of, because the needle itself is kind of like it's like a needle like this. It's like this, and then it has like these little butterfly tip things here. Kind of looks like a dart, but then the pipe goes here, and then you have the vial, whatever. But if when she lets go of the needle, like of the butterfly tips, the wings or whatever, the blood stops. So she literally had to stand there and she had to keep her hands in a specific position to keep the needle in place to keep the blood drawing. And the blood drawing was like kind of slow going. She literally had to call a second nurse to stop what she was doing, because I think she was prepping another patient. She literally was like, hey, I need you to come over here and help me switch out the vials, because they needed to fill in like 2 vials or whatever. And the other nurse was like, I'm working with the patient. She's like, I need you to switch vials now. I got a needle in. She's like, oh, okay. She runs in to help my nurse out. And I'm like, oh god. But she did do it in one go. But also at this time, I also prepared myself better. I made sure to keep myself warm. I drank a lot of water. I was like, that's it, I guess. I guess you can't really do much to prepare yourself other than drink water and also stay warm so you don't have any like constriction. I don't know. Anyway, that was my story of how that's my blood work story, I guess. The failed attempts left me with like multiple bruises. With the one on the right, the one on the right really hurt, and it left me with a really painful bruise. I'm like, damn! The bruise still hasn't gone away. There's still like little bits of it left. I was like, that shit fucking hurt. But I know it's not her fault. I know it's clearly my body was like giving her trouble. That's what I get for being fucking fat. Although I know like being fat it's not the main reason why. There's other factors to it too. But hey, at least I had a decent level of iron and blood or whatever, and at least my sugar levels weren't bad according to her or something, to my doctor, I think. At least I think I can't. There were no problems. Yeah, I get that hitting veins could be hard. It's always interesting because like when you see them tapping, looking for veins or getting the veins to like stick out a little bit or whatever, and then when you try tapping it yourself, it's kind of like you don't see anything or feel anything. So it's like I wonder like what the hell are you guys feeling? But I guess if you're not restricting your arm too, you're not gonna get that. It's not helping you, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. Either way, no fault to her. No fault to the nurse that wasn't able to do it. It just means that I still will never go back to that location to do it if I need to do it again. I guess there's enough room to leave a mouth. Still waiting for any inspiration or motivation to hit me with drawing more stuff. Over the break, I was mentioning, or I started saying before I got distracted, because I always got distracted. I got bored because I didn't really feel like drawing all that much, and then like I didn't really have any games to play, or like no like simulator type games. I was in the mood for like a casual simulator game. I didn't feel like playing Balaltro. I didn't feel like playing any of my other games that I have, because those are like story based, and those are like it was story based or like I just wanted a game that I can casually play kind of thing. So then on Steam, I had 2 games on my wish list that were on sale. They're like less than $10, so I was like, oh, I'll buy them. And then I played through both of them in 2 days. And I was like, well, damn. I played through both of them and got 100% achievements in 2 days. And I was like, oh, shit. I went through them so fast. I just bought them. I was like, damn it. And that's like one of the reasons why I like... That's one of the reasons why I started up Balaltro. Even though I wasn't planning on playing it that quickly. Because I had no games to play. Sorry, found myself slouching away from the mic. I'm gonna glue this mic to my face. My problem is that I go through games so fast because you get hyperfixated on them. And I want to beat them as quick as I can, but then when you do that, you have no game left to play. So at this point, I have to like go through. I might have to start just playing some of my story games and just like forget about potentially streaming them or anything. Not that they would have made for great streaming games or anything particularly, but you know, there are some games I buy with the intention of like playing it on stream or making videos of it, but who knows? Who knows when the next time I'll make a video is? Probably never at this point. I did play I played a demo of a visual novel detective like game. It's a very very nostalgic, old school, like retro anime style. It's called, what was it called? Detective Hard Knocks, no, Detective White People, Detective something. Detective Instincts Farewell, My Beloved. It's an adventure, detective, visual novel, mystery, pixel graphics game. I played a demo for it over the break. And it's really it's a very nostalgic type of game just because of the art style. It's very polished. It's a polished like pixel retro anime style game. And I enjoyed the demo. So at some point if the game goes on sale, if the game goes on sale, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm intrigued. But nowadays I find that I can't bring myself to buy games unless they're like less than $10 or something, just because even though I'm not doing a very good job at it, I'm trying to limit how much money I spend. I'm not doing a very good job at it though. But boy howdy, I'm sure I'll think differently once that health insurance premium kicks in. Haha. Yeah, I know there's not a lack of games. It's just more so like a lack of games that I want to play casually that I haven't played already. It's because I go through them really quickly. It's my own fault. My gluttonous fixated attitude when it comes to games. I get through them too fast and I don't really like savor them long enough. Like what are some games that I beat? I beat Leave It Alone. I beat, what was it? Neatly Organized? I don't remember the names of the games that I beat. Undusted. Let me go in my complete folder. What the hell was it called? I have so many. I Am Dead. Oh my god, I forgot I played that. I Am Dead. It's a game made by the same people, I think, who made Wilmot's Warehouse and the other Wilmot game that I don't remember, but I really like playing. It was such a good... I had such a good time playing that game, up until the ending. The ending was fucking ass. Oh my god, that game fucking pissed me off. That game pissed me off. Oh my god. I was having such a good time with that game. What was the game about? I already forgot. Oh, it's like a game... it's like a hidden objects type of game. How does the game describe itself? Not Wilmot. I don't even know what Wanwan is. Wanwan, I'm assuming is a dog. It's also not a new game. This game that I'm talking about is called I Am Dead, and it came out before. Well, not before. It came out in 2020. It came out a while ago. It's the same people that made Wilmot's Warehouse. Wilmot works it out. What is this hell is this? Ho Ho Come. Some game called Flock. But they had a game called I Am Dead. It's a puzzle adventure game. Adventure indie puzzle exploration narrative casual game. And I had a lot of fun playing it. And there was a gripping story. Not gripping, but it was a very interesting story. Up until the end. The end was the most lamest. Offered no answers. No answers to the story that played out. Well, it kind of did answer a question to the end, but like, it was so unsatisfying. You set up this story about like ghosts, about this thing called a custodian for a volcano that's supposed to be dormant, that's about to erupt. You have to find like what they call a custodian to help keep the volcano settled so it doesn't erupt and kill off the village, the town that's residing by the village or by the volcano and all that stuff. You have to find specific people, and then all the people that you're finding have to be all like they're all people that died for various reasons, so you're trying to get their ghost to like wake up and take on the helm of a custodian, take on the role, but none of them want to do it. And then the ending, there also was a side story, or like the origins of the whole entire situation involved like this woman who had this like special power or something with nature, I forget. But then like she turns up at the end of the game for a brief moment, and then you get like a small moment with you and your dog, and then that's it. It just ends like that. There's no further. It doesn't elaborate more on the story of like this origin lady who's got the special power. It doesn't delve more into your character. It doesn't delve into the dog that you play with. And I'm just like, that shit was so fucking disappointing. And the people in the reviews had the same sentiments. Like the ending was like fucking nothing. People also had made complaints about like the gameplay style too being fucking boring and tedious or whatever. I get where they were coming from, but it was casual enough for me that I just enjoyed playing it. And it had a nice art style, it had some nice music. It was fun. The island was pizza? Nah. This was a I was gonna say a normal island, but they did have sea people. Like fish creatures that like that lived alongside like humans, I guess. So it's not like 100% normal, but like it wasn't pizza. How long have I been streaming for? Hasn't even been an hour yet? Oh my god, I feel like I'm yapping forever. So anyway, I'm thinking the next time that I stream, it'll probably be a game stream. Maybe it's one of the games that I've had sitting in my library that I haven't touched yet. A story game. Or I can do Ace Attorney. I have to get back to Trials and Tribulation. I will not be playing Balatro on stream. I almost considered it today. I was like, what if I change my mind and just do Balatro instead? But then I was like, nah. Balatro's just gonna be my own personal casual game. Especially because I can't really chit chat while I play Balatro, because I have to think, I have to focus. I have to focus on all the tarot cards and the planets. Oh, there's a music rhythm game that Chris got me for Christmas. Shout out to Chris. It's a rhythm game. I played a little bit of it, but then as I was playing it, I was like, oh, this might make for a good stream game. Because it's actually similar to Rhythm Heaven. As opposed to like we played that other rhythm game, Melatonin or whatever it's called. I forget I think that's what it's called. Melatonin. I think it's Melatonin. But this rhythm game, it's called Bits and Bops, I think. It really gives me Rhythm Heaven vibes, with its own style. So I want to play that on stream. I played the first level of it and I had a good time. But I'm holding myself back from playing it because I want to play it on stream. Love me a good rhythm game. There's another rhythm game that another friend of mine had asked if I had seen it. He didn't recommend it to me. I don't think he's played it, but he did see it and he thought of me because shout outs to him. He thinks of me occasionally when the specific niche game comes out. But it's like a rhythm doctor or something like that. That's something that's on my wish list that I haven't quite decided if I want it or not. And then the Rhythm Heaven game that's supposed to come out on the Switch too. I think it's coming out this year, right? I forget if they made an announcement of the date. But I still don't feel like getting a Switch 2, so it'll probably be a while before I play it. Well, howdy, Hunter. Do it to what? Do it to Rhythm Doctor? Do it to getting a Switch 2? Do it to Shia LaBeouf? Could mean so many things. Ah, sorry. Let's finish chugging the last bit of my bitter tea. I made fucking buttfuck progress in this drawing. And she looks like shit. Oh my god. Why does she look so bad? Is it the mouth? Alright, it's too high. It looks fine. That's what a friggin' that's what a pleb would say. Not a pleb. I'm just being mean. I'm being mean. I gotta keep fussing with it until I'm okay with it. Listen, I'm sorry for always being so mean. I never mean it. Except when I do mean it. But this time I didn't mean it. Honest to God, I didn't mean it. I'm just mildly autistic, you know? Man, I hate this hairstyle. Kishimoto really done fucked up Sakura's fucking hair when she made her first appearance in Naruto Shippuden. At least he knew to dial it back after a certain point with this fucking flared out shit. But god, it makes no sense. It's 2026 and here I am still yapping about Naruto as if it's fucking... as if it matters. You know, Hunter really came in here, said do it, and then did not elaborate on what the fuck he meant. Maybe he didn't like drawing it either. I don't know, as far as I can tell, he didn't like any of the girls. He fucking shat on all of them. Oh my god, the more I fiddle with this, the more I hate it. I'm about to trash this. My obis! My obis, no! Am I back? It just full on disconnected. What the hell is that? I think I should be back. I don't know what happened. The music has been going like had been playing the entire time, so it's not like my internet went down. It said that I disconnected. Oh, my obis disconnected. Who knows? Who knows? It's unfortunate you missed the part where they nominated me to be president of a made up of a country that doesn't exist yet. They're working on it. In that short span of that short time where I got disconnected from Obis from streaming. I'm now president of insert name of a random country that doesn't exist here. My first decree is that I don't know. What makes for a good first decree? Everyone goes to sleep without having to set an alarm for the next day, and you can sleep in. I'll do it for the people. My first decree is to abolish capitalism. My first decree is to kill all billionaires, unless they give away all their riches to the needy. My second decree will be to write off my mortgage. I had made such a blunder. I keep thinking about things about how I regret about the whole process of buying my place. And just like, even though I've been here for like over a month now, I still think about like how I really just shouldn't have done it. But I was thinking to myself when I made my first mortgage payment, I was like looking at how much I still owe, obviously, because I definitely didn't pay it off in one go. But I was like looking at it, and I was like, I just realized the amount that they said that I'd be paying every month, like estimatedly, based on my interest rates and like the fees, the taxes, and all that stuff. I'm like, I'm basically paying off just the interest and like, you know, a few fees and taxes and all that stuff, and I'm not really actually paying off the mortgage itself unless I put in more than what they said I needed to pay. So I'm like, that means I have to, it means I'm spending even more money than I expected, which in itself would have been okay if it weren't for the fact that my maintenance fee is so high. And I was like, oh, so if I don't actively put in more every month into my mortgage on top of the bare minimum, then I'm never paying off this fucking thing. Which I guess like a lot of people probably don't really like pay off their homes like that quickly. Obviously I have like 30 years of this loan, although I never really thought about what would happen if you don't pay off your loan in 30 years. I guess I just lose my house. I extend the loan. Probably just lose my place, right? Hopefully I'll be dead by then, but like, oh, it'll probably be passed down to my relatives or something. I was gonna say, like, if I have debt and I die and I don't have any like offsprings for the debt to go to, or a partner, they'd probably end up going to like relatives or something like that, right? Give it to my sister to deal with. I guess I'll never know. I guess I would never know since I'd be dead. Be like, that's someone else's problem. That'd be the most selfish thing I've done. The most selfish thing I've done since I claimed the big bedroom in this place. The bank claims the place? I mean, that's the best case scenario, I guess. Better that they claim that they take on the debt and they own the house, rather than saddling someone with hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. Even if it means that they might lose a place to live, but they can probably find something cheaper. Find something cheaper in this economy. The economy's a fucking joke. I know I'm gonna regret doing this, coloring this in like this. No, I'm not gonna do it. What if I throw some color? What if I can go crazy and just throw some coloring? What if I throw some colors? Sakura, how do you feel about colors? How do you feel about color? How do you feel about a little bit of color in your life? How do you feel about adding a little bit of hue and saturation in your life? How do you feel about ChatGPT? What's that? You don't have any feelings with ChatGPT because you're not a real person? Oh, man, I wish that were me too. Actually, if I were fictional and ChatGPT was a thing, people would generate me doing questionable things because they do that with all fictional characters. Because people are degenerates. I just hate how we have to like adapt to the current like the biggest trends in technology when it comes to like the AI stuff, because we had a large meeting at work just to go over like last year's like financial or what go over like the sales stuff and how we did and like what we should expect to do in the new year and blah blah blah. I don't know why I was in that meeting, but they put me in that meeting. There was like mentions about like photography of things, photos of stuff that it wasn't until later on in my later on in this job's like it took a while for me to find my footing when it came to like retouching things and all that stuff, photos for products and all that stuff. I guess I don't remember how much info I ever give about my job, so I don't want to give too much. But I'm in charge of like retouching some photos of things. That wasn't something that happened until like much later that I got more involved in it. But they're talking about how like, you know, the photos that someone else takes could be done better, could look better, blah blah blah. And then one of the other managers that was in the meeting just friggin' throws one of our images into ChatGPT to generate like a quote unquote better looking image, and I'm just like like I hate this with all my heart, but if this is what they want, how am I supposed to say no to it? I can't exactly be like, this is against my principles. They don't pay you for your principles, they pay you for you to do what they want. I'm like, I mean, I still haven't had to use it quite yet. I think other people in the well, I say other people, but there's like they've implemented AI stuff into the workflow of certain things already. I'm just like, it's just it is what it is. If I try to go anywhere else in this sort of field, they're just gonna expect you to know the most. Just wish that fucking AI bubble would just pop already, so everyone just stop fucking using it for everything. But people love just generating everything. It's like the whole thing on Twitter where people were uploading cosplay pictures of themselves or pictures of themselves, and then people would fucking degenerates would come and be like, "Oh, Grok, put this person in a bikini." It's like, wow, you're really You're really just fucking horny on the main with someone and you're just non-consensually sticking them, you're just AI generating them non-consensually. It's like, really, that you're really fucking, what the hell's wrong with you? I just can't believe that you would do that to someone who's like clearly not like the type that would post something like that. It's like there's already so many people that willingly put pictures of themselves in provocative like poses or like positions consensually with their full permission, and you have to go out of your way to AI generate someone who is not interested in that. Like, why do you like what? Degenerates, man. Word of the day, degenerates. Be better, weirdos. So bizarre. Anyway, I didn't mean to get into that. Yeah, that the point is, as a certain person, yeah, you know, when I ask like why you do that, it's a bit rhetorical because obviously they're wanting that person. I get it. I just think that like you don't have to, or why don't you just use your own just use your own imagination, you know? At least if you're just imagining in your head, you're not doing anything to anybody. Just visualize it. Open up your brain a little. Get that left side or right side, whichever's the side that has that's more the creative side. Get that flowing. Get that going. Practice. Just imagine it. Just think about it in your head. Why do you have to see a visualization of it? Which I know, like, some people just can't visualize things. I get it. But, like, get over yourself. Oh, this is so unrelated. I just remembered that. I think my brother said that he was planning on getting his like marriage papers done at the end of this month. I forgot about that. I wonder if we still plan on doing that. I should ask him. Actually, I guess I don't have to ask him. I guess it's not a big deal if he does or doesn't. Oh my god. This is a dumb pen to color with. Had eyes on any instruments of late? No. That's not... No, I can't say I have. The last thing I should really be looking at is spending money on things that I don't really need. I mean, if I did, that'd be pretty cool, but unfortunately, no. One can dream. I have no dreams. Actually, I have many dreams, but I guess it's all that to say that an instrument is not something that I dream of. The closest thing related to music that I've thought of is just in one of the games that I beat in like a single sitting. There was like an achievement. You had to clean off like a little like a turtle-shaped ocarina. And one of the achievements was if you played the notes in order, you had to like blow on the turtle and play the notes in order or something like that, which just involves you touching like the holes on the turtle in a certain order. And I was able to figure it out without having to look it up. And I was like, wow, I can hear the tones of the noises of the music. Wow. As if that's even remotely something to be proud of. That's about the most music that I can say that I've thought about. Although I guess another recent music related thing that came up on in my sphere was Friday Night Funkin', the little game that has like the really cool music and you play like DDR with it, except not really on a pad but like with the controller. They did a collab recently. It came out very recently, like 3 days ago recently, I guess. It was with a K-pop group. At first I didn't realize it was a K-pop group because it was like a French sounding name, and when I clicked on their Twitter, it seemed like I thought it was like a marketing or like a PR company or something like that. But the thing that caught my eye was that it featured a BTS member. That crazy popular K-pop boy group BTS. It featured the rapper J-Hope or something like that, and I was like, they got fucking BTS on their in their game. But there's a K-pop girl group. There's a K-pop girl group called Laissez La Ferme or something like that. Something vaguely like that. They were actually a group and not like a PR company, like I initially thought. And I was like, oh, they're the group that's in the song. And then the BTS guy is just someone that was featured. I was like, oh, that's crazy. It's crazy. They're getting fucking proper K-pop people into this fucking Friday Night Funkin' game. Meanwhile, the game that they kickstarted still hasn't come out yet. Which is fine, I guess. I'm not itching to play it. I kind of forgot about that game. The one you followed. I don't really follow any K-pop groups. I haven't really gone on my way to listen to K-pop music all that much. There was one that I used to like. There's a group that I used to like a long time ago. It was called 17. But I don't really have any means to really be like up to date with the newest, like the trendiest like K-pop songs unless they get like mainstream popular. Like you know, if I cared even an ounce of like what people cared about, like with K-pop Demon Hunter. Like I know that K-pop Demon Hunter songs are like all around. Soda Pop and the ones that aren't Soda Pop. I don't know what the songs are. Someday I'll watch the movie. Someday. I'll watch it when people stop caring. I guess people don't really care about it that much these days. I think the hype for it has kind of not gone off, but like has waned a bit until like I think they said they were working on like a sequel or like a show. They're working on something. A book? A manga? An anime? A show? I don't know if I can remember. The main hype for it has sort of calmed down at this point, since it's been out for a bit. It's funny because one of their songs, like the boy group, they have a song called like Soda Pop, and I haven't really fully listened to it. Like it's something that I've heard like in passing a little, and I don't really know how the song goes, but I feel like I remember every time I think about it, or every time I try to think about it, I'm like, you are my soda pop, and then it just goes into that song, that old song, the one that goes like lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly 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 lollipop. It just goes straight into that, so I like have to. So every time I think of soda pop, I just think of lollipop. K-pop is good music though. Very catchy stuff. Fucking stupid. Something like that. There's a decent amount of K-pop songs that had become pretty like had become trendy. Actually, I don't know about. Not sure what is recent aside from the K-pop Demon Hunter stuff. Lollipop Chainsaw. You saying Lollipop Chainsaw just makes me think of Chainsaw Man. Which at least when it comes to like J-pop, Ooh, Iris Out by Kenshi Yonezu. The songs that were played for the Chainsaw Man movie, Reze Arc or whatever. Ooh, that music is that song is so goddamn catchy. I'm not even really thinking about Lollipop Chainsaw. The only time I ever thought about that game was when, I think VGA, when VGA had played it. I think I assume that's the same game. I assume that's the same IP or whatever. That reminds me, for the countdown, for the New Year's countdown, my mom had asked for like a YouTube, for us to see, like, you know, the celebrations before the ball dropped in Times Square and all that stuff. So I put it on like some YouTube live stream that was going on, and I had it on for a couple of hours. So clearly it was like a little bit behind. And then, what was it, 12 o'clock rolled around. I'm hearing fireworks go off, and I go out to the living room, and Mom's like, isn't it 12? And the TV still currently shows them not celebrating anything. Like, it's just pan shots of like the crowd, and I'm like, huh. So I go back, I like refresh the stream, and the celebrations, the ball dropped and it already happened. You just see shots of the crowd celebrating and cheering, and I'm like, whoops, we missed the countdown. I was like, well. Funny. Honestly, I wasn't even expecting to be awake. I thought I would have been asleep by then, because I was sick. I was feeling sick. And I was taking like some nighttime like Tylenol medicine to help. I expected it, if you were taking nighttime medication, that it was gonna make you drowsy or something like that. I assume, like, because why else would you need to have a daytime versus a nighttime version of the pills? But it didn't do anything for me. So I was like, hey, what the hell? So now, as soon as it hit 12, I was like, Happy New Year, and then I jumped into a call with the Visno kids, and I was like, Happy New Year, and then I immediately went to bed. I was like, I'm too sick to care. Oh my god, sorry. Is the new mayor an improvement, or, I mean, he's I haven't followed up too much with what he's been up to. I just know that he's like, what did they call him? A socialist? Which he cares about like making sure the low income people can get like affordable housing, work on getting housing projects done. I think that's one of his things. One of the things that he said he wanted to do. He wants to focus on like making sure like low-income people can get like better protections and stuff. I think that one of the first things he did after becoming mayor was he went to go check out the living conditions of like a affordable housing apartment or something like that. I think the fact that he's doing anything at all to help with the affordable housing, lower income, and rent stuff, it's already a big plus. Anything at this point, anything is gonna be a plus compared to our previous mayor, who fucking, what was he? He went to like Israel or something, and he was like, I forget what he said. He said something fucking stupid as hell. The previous mayor really didn't do fucking buttfuck shit for us. He just hired people to be in certain positions, like his own people. And he like chuckled it up with Trump, and he bowed down to Israel over stuff. I forget. He did say stuff like so stupid. He said New Yorkers for Israel. He said he's the mayor of Israel. He's a mayor for Israel. He said something really stupid. I just remember seeing a clip of it on Reddit, and it was just like, oh my god, you're fucking so weird. There's a funny picture that showed up during, I think it was when the new mayor's Mamdani. I know that's how his name is spelled. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, so my bad. But I think it was when they inaugurated him as mayor. There's like a picture of like the previous mayor, Eric Adams, looking like sad and like just like, you know, pouting and shit, and then below him is Bernie Sanders just like smiling. And I was like, that's about right. A lot of people probably don't like the new mayor just because he's gonna like take all of, like a lot of people probably think that a lot of their money is gonna go into taxes. That's gonna help the poor people when they want to keep it for themselves. But actually, I think that's what some of the people at my company during our large meeting was making jokes about. But I wasn't really paying attention. In my head, I'm like, yeah, would I like to not be taxed as much? Probably. But if my tax dollars can be meaningfully helping like people who are in lesser positions, who can they can actually help with like, you know, helping people get like housing done and getting like, you know, affordable care and all that stuff. If it's actually helping people, then like I'm more forgiving of it. I'm more accepting of it. Like if that's what my tax money is going to, it's helping like the community, then yeah. But a lot of these people don't want their tax money to be going to that. They only care about themselves, not realizing that a lot of their tax money goes into also things like fixing up like potholes, working on like construction for bridges, parks, and all that stuff. They want things to be given to them for free without losing any of their money. And it's like, that's why when you have people in like Texas who don't pay like income, who don't pay like tax, or people in Texas who don't pay like taxes and stuff, they're wondering why construction takes like 700 years to finish. It's because you guys aren't, your tax money isn't going, what tax you're paying is not going into helping the infrastructure. Like they gotta get the money from somewhere. So whatever. Society is just very, very greedy. And I'm no better. Like the money that I have, like yeah, I have a mortgage to pay, I have bills to pay, and I have like, you know, my own mouth to feed and all that stuff, but technically speaking, I could also like donate more money if I were much more like selfless. That was more of me back when I didn't have to worry about rent and a mortgage. Although I did donate some money to a streamer when they were having they were like a decently larger streamer, and they had realized that someone had like, I guess this is a term. I didn't realize it was that much of a term, but they were using it a lot. So it's called clip farming, I guess. I think where you do things intentionally, or you say things intentionally to get people to react in a way so you can clip them, and then, you know, a lot of like certain types of clips can make you get a lot of views and engagement on things. But he was like playing a game with someone, and that someone had made like a video featuring them that made them look really bad because he was taken out of context a lot, and he just looked very like upset about it, like really sad about it. So I was like, damn, he looks like he's having a rough time. Maybe give him and his community some money. Be like, this is the struggles of being a big streamer. Here's one of the things that's not one of the struggles. Here's my money. As if he needed it. He doesn't need it. He didn't need it. But you can't help but feel bad when someone is like being a victim in a situation, even if it's seemingly like a minor situation. Anyway, that was just me rambling. Oh my god, that's not the right pen. Damn, I still fucking hate this. The coloring helped a little bit, but I still hate this. I hate this. I hate her hair. I hate her hair. I hate her fucking flared out hair. Your hair is so stupid, but that's not your fault. Although if we talk about it in the universe, and you had decided to make this your hairstyle, so in theory, in a way, it is kind of your fault. since living with my mom now, though, she has been playing a lot on my Switch. Because during COVID, when I was still living with her, she was playing a lot of Animal Crossing. And by playing a lot of Animal Crossing, I mean that she was fishing a lot. And now I introduced her. She's been doing that, but I also introduced her to a Suika game, which is that fruit game where you stack them up. It's kind of like 2048, but with fruits. That was a popular game for a bit. That's since fallen off. But I introduced her to that, and she's been playing a lot of that too now. I was like, wow, I made my mom a gamer. She's more of a gamer than me. Tried to encourage my mom to get a Switch. Language barrier is too strong. Yeah. I imagine like with like the older generation, I know that if I try to explain my mom to play Animal Crossing, like the game as a whole instead of just the fishing part, she'd probably struggle with it. Or she might not care. But the fact that she even knows how to do the fishing part is already like impressive in itself. She knows how to fish. She knows how to sell the fish. She knows how to buy fishing rods. She knows how to hit the balloons that fly over to get the presents. She knows how to turn on the Switch. She knows how to turn on the TV. She knows how to switch to HDMI to get to the Switch because it's just hitting one button. She knows how to do all that. So, because I hear the reason why I bring it up is because I hear her playing the Suika game right now. She hasn't beat my score yet, so she's not quite an elite gamer yet. Not to say my scores are that great. My score, I remember there was a point where people were trying to get to 3,000. Oh! Ancient Art, thank you for the gifted! I forgot that was a thing. Thank you, Ancient Art. Hope you're doing good. Happy New Year. That shit was so loud. Thank you as always for your generosity. I don't know what else to do with this. I still hate this drawing. This might not see the light of day after I'm done with it. That's fine. That is fine. What is the tool that I want? This one? I worked on another drawing. Oh wait, do I want that here? I'd worked on another drawing over the holiday break that I still haven't shared, and I haven't quite decided if I wanted to share it. But I should share it since I put so much damn work into it. But I need to look at it again. It's been a minute since I looked at it. Let me see. I'll probably try to clean this drawing up on my own time if I really care to, but who knows. Is this still good? Good. I hate it. I feel like I was going for like a certain like type of like drawing in mind. I think I was trying to base it off of one artist that I saw on Twitter. Their main thing is like drawing like it's like a close-up and it's like big head, big eyes, big hands, little neck, little like mouth and noses and stuff. The main features is the eyes and the hands. I think I had that in mind. So that's why I'm like doing close-ups and stuff. Pardon me. I want to try to get that feel. Oh, let me just add some half-assed colored background thing. And then we'll call it. And then I will call it. I think I talked about all I needed to talk about. Or I talked about all I can talk about, I guess. There's not really much... things don't really go on in my life enough to really warrant talking which is why I still say this every time. I do not know how people talk. I don't know how people stream for like multiple hours on end and then have things and then just still be chatting about things. Like, what is there to chat about? What is there to talk about? Life? If people like Asmongold can have a following, despite him living in a roach-infested home and being gross, then I should be able to do it too. What if I let roaches into my house and I just have really stupid ass thoughts? Maybe then I could gain a following. What do you say, guys? Should I make my home infested with roaches? Will that make me a more prominent member on the streaming community? Will people take me seriously if I do that? Yeah, plan to say. Yeah, I guess I had a decent amount of things going on in life the past few days. Become roachling-OO? My gosh. Probably not to your benefit. What if I can make the roach like a co-host? I could let them do the talking when I have nothing to say. I doubt your mom. Thankfully, knock on wood, I've only seen one little itty-bitty roach when I first moved in. And since then, I have not seen a single other bug since. But I have plans to do a kitchen renovation, which means tearing down stuff. I'm hoping that while doing that, nothing new comes out. Oh my god, Nuigurumi. That's gotta be what it is. What is that? Nuigurumi? Oh, that's a siren. Bro, I just heard it sounded like a dog barking, but then it was like being repeated. It was cutting itself off. So I thought it was like a dog interrupting itself by barking. And I was like, is that real? It's a siren of some sort of vehicle. But Happy New Year, Nuigurumi. Nuigurumi is like a plushie, right? I think that's what it is in Japanese. Actually, you came in at a perfect time because I'm about to end. But that's it, I guess. This drawing is, yeah, mostly finished. I'm probably gonna clean it up more on my own time while I'm watching some streamers speedrun Minecraft and be very serious about it. You learn so much when you watch people speedrun. They're doing things like pulling up pie charts, and they're talking about chunk loadings, and they're looking for specific coordinates. They're talking about specific types of not biomes, fortresses, or not fortresses. What do you call them? What do you call them? What do you call like things like buildings or like entities, whatever. Your name is Nuri? That's such a cute name. It's very unique. It's a very cute name. Anyway, what was I saying? I just want to watch people speedrun more Minecraft. Never thought I'd say that. Honestly, I didn't ask Chris if he would be interested in speedrunning Minecraft. I wouldn't partake in it. I'd be interested to see if he would do it, or Bombite or something. Anyway, that is going to be it for me. I would love nothing more than to stream more frequently than once a week. So let's see if I'll be able to stream again this week within the next 7 days. We will see how it goes. If I do, I will announce it on the socials, aka just Blue Sky. If you do not have Blue Sky, feel free to follow on the Twitches, get notifications, or on YouTubes, or you don't have to do anything. You can go watch other people be much more entertaining. Are you one of Bombite's new friends? Maybe. Maybe if I feel like it. Maybe. Let's see how it feels. I'm not rushing to do anything in that Bombite universe quite yet. I can't even stream. I don't even do anything on the internet anymore, man. I think I know which one you are. I don't even know what he's shown. What has he shown? Has he shown everything? I don't remember what he's shown. Honestly, it's because the thing is like he shows things to us like personally. He's shown it to us like personally a while ago, and I also helped to develop some of them. So when he announces it, I was just like, yeah. Not realizing that people on the outside have not seen it yet. So I'm just like, oh, people haven't seen this yet. So I get really confused. The Pyre and the Hooded one? Ah. Well, I'll have you know I'm none of them. There are more to come soon? I don't know. Depends on the budget. I'm sure Bombay would love. I'm sure Chris would love. It's all depending on the budget. I won't say that there isn't one of me. But I also won't say that you'll see me anytime soon. I didn't even plan on partaking in the whole project. I was like, I don't really have like a design in mind. I don't really super care about it. Not in the sense that like I think it's lame, but in the sense that like I'm not a creative person in the sense that like I would make my own original character that's like not a person. Because I only think in the concept of like anime girls. So coming up with a character that's not really like a human is kind of like out of my depth. But that man, I mean, it's not a matter of him taking no for an answer. It's more like, he'd bring it up every time we had at least once. And then at some random day, I had a jolt of inspiration to do something very quick. And that was it. So will you see it someday? Probably. Will it be a big deal? Probably not. But it'll be a thing. You see, I'm very good at hyping up my friends. Am I going to be a living boba? That's literally would just be a black circle. So no, I will not be a black circle. Because that could potentially be blackfacing. And I don't want to get canceled. Anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully another stream sooner than later. I will announce when the time comes. Next stream will probably be a gaming stream, so set your expectations reasonably. Have a good rest of your day. Let's hope this year will be a harmless one for us most. Okay? Have a good day, guys. Bye. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the gift of sub. Thank you.